Make start here. PU Mondays. Those are kind of cool, right? So I made this team. Oh, first of all, if any of my subscribers happen to play Anything Goes, and there's not really too much of a community because it's mostly just ladder heroes. There's no place to discuss it except for the OM room, which obviously there's a lot of OMs. But we're trying to get more competitive discussions started. We've got AG group chats that we're setting up and running like regular rooms. Approved by the other metas people, the Immortal EV General. So if you play Anything Goes, then you could come check it out. If you don't come here to spam it and just say hi Zard, which I'm sure now that I've mentioned some people will, but I just wouldn't bother. Just in case. I think it's kind of unlikely. Anyway, this is a team. I made it around Specs Chatot because I felt like using Specs Chatot. I didn't really have a reason. I was just like, hey, that's cool. And then I thought Pursuit Ponder, that threatens ghosts. But in it, honestly, I've been using it. I haven't seen any ghosts. I don't feel Ghost Weak. I'm just in a slap-on sword stance right now. Poniard is a Pokemon I just generally don't enjoy using, but I think it's alright. I think it's theoretically okay on this team, although this team definitely isn't perfect or optimal, believe me. It'll do work probably. Then I slapped on a Grumpig, some Fire Weak, I slapped on a Simipour because I need speed. And then, rather than go faster, because this core is kind of slow, I ended up going with Spadef Rose Camera Ups to just take on, like, electrics and waters and things and stuff. It's probably a decent team. Can I submit multiple teams for the sample teams thread? Yes, you can. I think he just put up a sample which got accepted around Perugly, if I recall correctly. Anyway, we have a decent ladder team, which is fascinating. It's all viable mons, and I don't automatically look at it and say, wow, you're really weak to this. I mean, he's kind of water weak. Don't get me wrong, but especially if that's Pasho Stunfisk, I feel like that's pretty manageable. Rock Polish Regice plus Wallbreaker things plus Mighty Anna is actually, like, scary. I'm definitely going to want to play my Scarf Simipour well here. I do kind of expect him to leave his Stunfisk. One thing that kind of sucks is Roselia does it loses to everything except Stunfisk, so I think I'm just going to leave with it. As he leads Regice, that's kind of interesting. Like, normally people don't just toss out Regice first thing. Against my better judgment, I want a T-Spike. Okay, he is... Okay, so Stab Boom Burst is 140 times 1.5 is 210. Heat Wave is 95 times 2, which is 190. So I'm going to click Boom Burst. Hopefully this does a lot. That does 42. As he's toxic. He's not even Ice Beam. He's not even Ice Punch. He's... I was looking at this so seriously, and then the Cursed Regice, leading with the Cursed Regice, came out of nowhere. It's not that funny, it just totally caught me off guard. Oh my god. I really wish this was April Fool's, which is coming up soon. And then Curse, I think they actually have it cursing at you, like, your mama's so fat. I don't know. Your mama's so fat, low kick does max damage. Something like that. Okay, he's not even rest talk. He's just full out curse, rest, toxic. I don't fucking know what the last move is. But Specs Chatot is going to end his life. That's Timid Specs. And that is most likely Spadef. Because, like, Max Spadef, obviously. So, I'm going to just assume that Timid Specs Chatot is 42% to Max Spadef Regice. In fact, let me just calc that. That can't be right. Chatot. Specs, I'm timid. Do people run modest? I have no idea what the standard thing is. I just slapped on Specs Chatot. PU tank, but he's 252. Calm. No, that's not. Yeah, it's not that strong. If he's 0, none, then that's low damage. So maybe he's none, calm. Then that'd be, I don't know. So he's something stupid. As he's gonna defog and let me kill the Swanna for it, that really wasn't worth when you consider that checks this, it checks my entire, in fact, I'm Swanna weak. That's something I don't like to do because I've been talking recently about just how good Swanna is, how much of a threat it is that just people don't prepare for, and here I am Swanna weak. So he throws out his John Cena. I don't need camera up. It is a Rapidash check, but I'm just gonna get off the Fire Blast damage as he is faster. So he's speed invested. What? How fast? Oh, I get the burn. If he's Guts, it's not too bad. If he's Dynamic Punch, that did suck. So I'm 118 speed, so he's creeping like a decent. No, okay. Standard Machoke creeps for Audino. That's just like the basic standard set. And I'm slower than Audino, so never mind. I'm just gonna let him. Okay, he knocks off, which that tells me he's Guts. But close combat, he was probably predicting Grumpig. That's why. Honestly, his team could just be a bunch of viable things, and then the Curse Rages. So this is where Mightyena should really have Pursuit. That would make it okay. Mightyena kind of sucks, in my opinion. Like, it's just really not that effective overall. As he makes an expert double into the Rapidash. What a double. What a double. I'm just gonna sack Camerupt. It's not doing... I mean, it threatens Stunfisk, I guess. But I have Roselia for that. I mean, on the off chance that he's choiced, I'm gonna go for Stealth Rock, but yeah. So Floblets, and I can go Simipour, click the Hydro Pump. Something dies, unless I miss anti-wild charges, which would be massively unfortunate. I might be able to take one wild charge from like non-life orb, unboosted, etc. That is a Spadef or AV Stunfisk. It has no lefties, so I mean it could be AV or something. I'm just gonna go Rose, I guess. And a T-Spike will let me stall out Mightyena more effectively, just in case, because I don't like Mightyena. I just, from personal experience, Mightyena and Pawniard are mons that are really reliant on Sucker Punch, and I just feel like they suck. Like, that really sucks in this meta. But they can be terribly threatening. As he's gonna Wild Charge Crit, which was a very good prediction that he was gonna crit me. But I do take the hit on one. That is likely Charcoal Rapidash based on that damage. Unfortunately, I don't kill. That's more annoying. I kind of wanted to kill him, but I didn't. But he can't recover off any health, which means I can go Simipour, take him out with the accurate Ice Beam, and not risk him being Flame Body as I knock off, or him going to Stunfisk as I knock off and getting Discharge paired or something stupid. I mean, if I let Simipour die, he'll die to poison. And then there's no chance of Mightyena getting a boost. Oh, that did 0. Oh, holy... that is ungodly. What the fuck? Can I not kill? No, of course I killed. I didn't want to kill. Let's go Roselia, see how much that does. As he actually just suckers anyway, which is fair enough. So I will click the look for a game button and hopefully get something, you know, this is good for ladder, if I'm being completely honest. I'm going to save Roselia and be a douchebag. Drop the GG though. I should not have saved Roselia. I feel bad about that. There's no reason for me to do that. I'm just preserving the 3-0 at that point. Maybe I can get a game from someone in PU. High bolts. Yeah. I'll just skip to whatever the next game happens to bring. It's definitely more like it. And by it, I mean yes. Webs are actually a huge problem. Because fucking... I mean, I do have the Scarf thing, which will still add speed things. I have the Chatot, which is above. I have Defiant. But webs are still not something I wanted to face at all. At all. Let's just throw out Chatot, I guess. Dundies says hi, YouTubes. Don't check him out, he sucks. This like Chatot is immune to webs, and it can hit the Stoutland and stuff like that. But I would really just like to get off damage, if I'm being honest. If I'm being completely honest, as that just dies. Okay, I have to know whether he's a Violet or not. I just have to. Machoke. Shadot. Specs. So Specs does not... Okay, I'm timid, so that's not even... He's definitely a choice-banded Machoke or something. So something dies to retaliate. I guess Pawniard, like, Shadot is more useful. And, hey, I was about to say, on the off chance that it lives, might as well. I can just click the knock button as he's going to choose to go into the Ariados. That did unfortunately little. Can I flinch? I cannot flinch. I'm gonna sucker. If he predicts that goes for T-Spikes, I have a Roselia. So that's not really a problem, as he does likely go for his own sucker. So Volbeat can Encore me, and then maybe like Tail Glow Pass, or I don't know what he's doing, but I'm going right to camera up, as he does in fact try to Encore me. He has a Rampardos which could come in, but I'm still just going to click Fire Blast, as he does U-turn into Rampardos. I burn, he forfeit, and that is game. I'm just gonna see if Dundies wants to fight. I'm just gonna... Anyway, boy partying aside, we have a fight to fight, and this is a little more interesting. He has the Lapras. Fuck. Fuck Lapras. It's such a problem. It's such an annoying. Lapras is just interesting anti-meta right now. Interestingly, that's what I was trying to say. Interestingly, it just shot up like way high on the VR because people realized Roselia, Camerupt, Golem, Gabite, Stunfisk, Volibear. What do these all have in common? Freeze Dry plus Hydro Pump weaknesses. What do you know? It's like magic. So yeah, Lapras is pretty cool. I want Rocks. He's probably leading Machoke and clicking Dynamic Punch. If I had to make a guess, that is what I would assume Dundies would do. He actually would probably want to lead with something that beats Rose. I don't know what he's going to lead with, but lead matchup is crucial because I can't switch into his things. Like, I just straight up can't switch into his stuff. I'm just going to toss that shit out. As he goes Grumpig, this is nice, because I want this weakened, because it's my thing for chat, but I don't want to get T-Waved or something. I don't want to take a Psychic either, if I'm being honest. I think I'm going to U-turn and see what he does. If he goes Stunfisk and gets a Para, I'm going to be fucking mad, but he doesn't. I don't need Camerupt healthy. It doesn't really check anything. So he actually straight clicks Toxic, and what that tells me is that I have to expect a Taunt. So I'm going to go Chara. As he does Taunt, I want to U-turn, but I'm afraid that he'll go Stunfisk. I want to Blue Burst. As that just dies. Okay. Specs Chatot is so fun. Like, you can just click Boom Burst if they don't have a Ghost. And it's just power. You can feel all that power coursing through you. Press the Boom Burst button. Just watch them just fall apart. So nice. So nice. It's not that great of a set. Scarf is definitely why it's high up. Because Scarf also clicks Boom Burst and it has the speed. But Specs is just fun. Like, there are mons who are just like, yeah, I like using that. I enjoy it. So he goes Lapras, and this is the part where this thing gets off a lot of damage on Machoke, which will otherwise be a big problem. But the same thing can be said if I let him weaken Grumpig. So I have to imagine he's just clicking a Specs Hydro here. I could risk Roselia, but then if I'm wrong, I become more weak to Stunfisk. I'm gonna risk Roselia, as I do catch him on the Hydro, and this is where I basically like assume that he's choiced. That's my assumption. If I'm wrong, oh fuck. Okay, he's choiced. That's nice. Specs is definitely most common, probably best set. I fucked around with Subtoxic, which was funny but not that good. Something has to die to Machoke, or, like, get confused, because there's no way he's not clicking Dynamic Punch here. So I'll just Sludge Bomb. As I'm faster, which is nice. Okay, I think he's running the Spadef set, which he's been hyping up recently, like mixed defenses Machoke, just to take on things and stuff. So my game plan here is that we really need to ban Machoke. It's like, this tier is actually so much fun when you get around to it. But Machoke is Dynamic Punch. Dynamic Punch is just a problem. So I think my game plan is here. Let him kill off Roselia, then go chat out, weaken Machoke. Yeah, that's basically it. Okay. So yeah, hit myself in confusion, he knocks off. And that's the thing, there's no reason not to click D-Punch. There's no reason just to not weaken shit. He ends up not resting, which is interesting. He may not be rest. Like, he might just be bulky. But because of that, he's in range of Choice Specs chat out easily. I will have to look up what Timid beats as opposed to Modest, but I don't know if Modest beats Jolly Monferno, which is kind of an important speed tier now. So he goes Lapras, which is rather annoying, because now he can just click Specs Hydro, and if the chat goes down, that gives his Monferno more free reign, and it's my best way to kill his Stunfisk. So with that in mind, I think Camerupt is the ideal play. Like, just let him kill Camerupt. Before I can go into probably Pawniard to weaken him. I don't have any good way to weaken him, though. Like, I need Shoutout to weaken him, but I also need it for his other stuff. His other stuff. So, I could sack Camerupt and actually just go Grumpig. Yeah, I think that's what I'd be do. I sack Camerupt, I go Grumpig. I don't mind trading here, because at that point, he can't run through me before I take him out. I have Specs Chatot, which can threaten these things, and then he has to revenge it with Jump Bluff, and I have Scarf Simipour, which can threaten these things with Ice Beam, and then he has to either have Lapras or revenge it with Monferno. So I have some ideas, but it sort of just depends on whether he wants to click Hydro here or go to Stunfisk, which is a possibility, or even go Jump Bluff, I guess, because he doesn't need high health. I can't envision a scenario where I'm actually suckering him with Pawniard, as he does go Jump Bluff. Okay. That is a bulky set. Or maybe Grumpig's just weak. Like, when you're not running Modest, because you're running Timid for Stoutland, it's just kind of weak. Pawniard is definitely the play, though. He predicts that goes Stunfisk. I was going to say, just go Pawniard. I don't care if he sleeps me. I don't need this. Like, Pawniard is weakest link. So, the play here would be to sack Pawniard for damage, so I can go to Specs Chow, kill the Stunfisk. He can go to the Lapras or the Jump Bluff, and either way that's a-okay. But do I need this for Jump Bluff? I have a Scarf Simipour, but then if I click Ice Beam, that's predictable. He has Monferno. I'm just going through so many options in my head at this point. But I do think that my best play is just to knock off. He may even go Rocks, but I doubt it. He actually sets up Stealth Rock. I just don't necessarily agree with that. But Pawniard is still the thing I don't need. I don't know if Earth Power Oko's actually, so I might even win this trade. I don't think it does. If I'm being completely honest. Nope, it Okos. I want to calc that. Stunfisk, piece of punt, Oh, so yeah, it's a roll majorly in his favor. That's okay. So, if I revenge it with Grumpig, that's a free Jump Bluff. If I revenge it with Simipour, depending on the move, he can go to... I'll revenge him with Simipour, because I can click Ice Beam. He'll likely go Monferno, because he'll likely think I'm Scarf, and then I'll just go directly into Grumpig. Grumpig. As he actually goes Lapras, which is, what am I thinking? Lapras is way safer there. I don't know what I was thinking. So, if I were him, I would definitely click Hydro. I have to have this for Jump Bluff, so I have to go Grumpig. That's just not a quite. He actually makes an clever double into Jump Bluff, which is interesting because I don't think he needed to. Hydro was really safe here, so I guess if he didn't want to miss, then that would be the play. Either way, my play is just to click Psychic here, as he is Sleep Powder. I was really hoping he'd be U-Turn or something, but of course he's going to be Sleep Powder. Yeah, I think I had some... He definitely had matchup, just because I can't switch into these things. I think I probably could have played it a little better somewhere down the road, despite the fact that I had no switch-ins to anything, which just shows off this team isn't the best. It's solid, it's not the best. I could sack Chatot, go to Simipour, click Ice Beam, and hope Grumpig wakes up. Or I could sack Grumpig, go Simipour, and go for Superpower and hope he predicts wrong. I think that's what I'm going to do, is actually wake up early, which is very nice, just because now Superpower will kill Jumpluff, and that definitely puts the game more into my hands. I have better chances. I still think I lose, but it's more solid, at least. I will click Superpower. As he stays in, I get a crit that shouldn't have mattered, but in case it did, oh well. Fuck Dundies. Nah. If he's SD Monferno, which he likes to run, then he could just go SD and win. But if not, if he's not SD, then Chatot cleans at this point, depending on how much I can do the Lapras. And I am timid, and I'm not modest, and that sucks. So, I'll definitely have to run some speed tier, see if modest is the better option. But he goes Lapras, which, like, now you're just letting me win. I get that maybe he doesn't want to risk me not being Scarf, and just hydroing Monferno, but on this team, there's no chance that I'm not... Well, he could think I'm Scarf Chatot mixed Simipour, but I'm not. I am a Specs Chatot, which means I think I win here. Unless he's like Sash. I guess that's a possibility. Oh no, he's Scarf Monferno. Okay. So yeah, that was his play then. He was Scarf Monferno, which really meant I didn't have a chance, because I had to keep Simipour, which had just checked by his things. I didn't have a switch in. Yeah, I don't think I had a chance. I would have had to play it better way earlier. But that was still a close game. More interesting than all of my ladder shit combined, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna try to get the time to build more Lord squads and like good shit, but it's kind of annoying because I'm right... What the fuck? I'm right in the middle of school right now. I do have a break coming up soon, at which point I'll definitely try to build more. But in the meantime, I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't sub to Dundies though, please. Save yourself the trouble, because he's not gonna upload. Yeah.